So just allow yourself really to start to settle in after maybe a crazy week. Whoa, I almost fell backwards off my block. Oh, it's going to be one of those days, I can tell. So just close your eyes when you're ready and feel yourself connecting down. And just start from the bottom, work your way up. So you're letting your knees and your hips relax and pulling the belly in and up as you lengthen your spine and soften through the chest and the shoulders. Almost feeling like there's an imaginary string at the crown of your head lifting you up. And it will just give you a little more space to breathe. Letting the breath just come naturally. Inhaling to fill the belly. And exhaling out. Right, so sometimes we're antsy and that's fine. So much going on. But maybe just with each inhale allowing your body to relax, and with each exhale starting to slow the mind, all the busy thoughts jumping around. Being conscious of your breath as you expand on the inhale and let go on the exhale. And just make a little more space so the breath can get fuller. And fill the body up with a sense of calm. Exhaling out a feeling of peace. And then when the mind starts to wander, just come back to focusing on your breath. Trying to inhale and exhale a little bit longer or slower. Feeling the shoulders soften down. Let's take one more slow inhale. And pause and slow exhale. Maybe already seeing a little bit of a change in the quality of the thoughts, or the speed at which the thoughts come to the mind. Float your eyes open, nice and easy. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, just take a little gentle twist to the right. You can scoot off your block if you want. Your right hand is behind you like a kickstand so that you can lengthen your back, keeping the shoulders level, squeezing the belly in. Always deepening the twist on the exhale. Good. Stay where you are. Take another inhale. Pull the belly in, and as you exhale, maybe deepening that twist. And then inhale back through center, arms come up. Exhale to the left. Left arms behind the body. Keep you lifted. Good. Always squeezing the belly to support the back. And And just glancing over that left shoulder in your twist. Squeeze. Inhale. And on the exhale, deepen. Pressing sits bones down. Inhale the arms back through center. Let the hands connect. Draw them to the heart. Take one more big breath in. And one big exhale out. Good. And make your way into your tabletop. Take your time. Finding your wrists under your shoulders. Knees are hip distance apart. You can tuck the toes under on the inhale. Shoulder blades pull towards each other. Kind of like there's a magnet there. And then the chest and the belly naturally fall through. Bringing that big stretch into the front of your body. Even lifting the head up, getting a stretch into the throat. And then exhale. Shoulder blades pull apart. Huge stretch in your spine and your neck. In your cat. Good. In the kids' yoga class, she has them like mooing and meowing. And I'm going to make you guys do that. Inhale, lift. And it's basically an arch that you create in the back. Good. And exhale. Stretch the back body. Good. And take one more. Add any little extra movements in. And then walk your hands forward just a tiny bit. Fanning fingers apart. Tuck your toes under. Make sure you get that external rotation of the shoulders. And just lift your knees up a couple inches off the mat. Keep squeezing the belly in. And then as you're pulling the belly in, try to slowly let your chest and shoulders open by melting your chest back towards the thighs. Coming into the beginning of your down dog shape and then slowly straightening out the legs a little bit more. So this way you were able to evenly distribute the weight a little better. And then we'll start to walk out our dog. Bending one leg, straightening the other. Take your time. See how the calves feel. And then when you're ready, find stillness there. Keep drawing your belly in, lifting your hips high. Melting heels towards the mat. And just take a big inhale. And exhale, allowing the body to open up. Good. One more inhale. And as you exhale, come onto your toes and walk forward. Super slow, feet to meet the hands. So you may reach that point where you can't hold the floor anymore. So then just stop where you are. And let your head hang heavy in your fold. Getting into the hamstrings. Bringing your weight a little bit forward in the feet. Good. And then as you inhale, you'll press your feet into the mat. Arms come out wide, flat back. Reach all the way up. Let the palms connect and draw the hands to the heart. Pressing palms into each other, feet into the mat. Taking one big inhale here. And exhale. And on the inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. Good. Exhale, fold with a flat back. All right, just kind of easing into the body this morning, not forcing anything. Inhale, lift up to a flat back, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, bend your legs. Step one foot back, and then the other into your high plank. You can modify on the knees. The heels pull back and you're breathing and getting that wrap with your shoulders. Good, yeah. So you don't want to be dipping in the center or lifting up too high. Make sure you have that nice shape, or just modify. Good. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, lowering down either knees first and then chest, or taking chaturanga, drawing elbow points towards each other. Good. Finding your low cobra, lifting the chest, lengthening out. Good. And then pressing up to your down dog, hips high, chest back. Breathe. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. Take another inhale. As you exhale, step your feet in to meet your hands, forward folds. Inhale, lift up halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms out to the side. Come all the way up. Connect your hands, bring them to the heart. Good, and release them down. Find your Tadasana. Letting there be softness across your chest and pointing tailbone towards the floor. Good, and then inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, flat back. Inhale, lift up. Lengthen out. The chest kind of shines a light onto the floor. Good, exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step one foot back and then the other. I try to alternate each time. Take an inhale. As you exhale, roll forward slightly on the toes. If you're taking chaturanga, draw the elbow points in, graze the rib cage. Take your time. Watch out for microphones. And lower down. Pressing up. Downward dog. So that's your vinyasa, right? So you can skip some of them. Take what you need. Good. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands. Taking as many steps as you need, trying to place your foot softly. Lower your back knee down. You can keep toes tucked or flatten them. And hug everything towards the midline, sweeping the arms up. Inhale. Try to pull your belly in, let your chest lift, but now your whole rib cage, everything hugs to center. Relaxing the shoulders, drawing thumbs away from each other. Good. Big inhale. As you exhale, release your hands down. Lift that back knee. Step back into plank or three-legged plank. I like to point my toes if I'm in three-legged plank. And then that base foot, the heel draws back. Take a big inhale. Exhale, lower through. Good. Hips high, down dog. Starting to kind of build a little heat. Take an inhale. On the exhale, step your left foot forward. Lowering the back knee. Not really rushing, right? Take your time. Build that strong base. Hug the thighs towards each other. Relax shoulders. And pinkies pull towards each other. Pressing into your foot. And pulling your left thigh in. Good. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, release your hands down. Tuck those back toes, lift the knee, and step back into your plank or three-legged plank. Always checking out your hands and your fingers, right? So all the fingers are forward and they're spreading wide. Good, and then lowering through your way, right? So what's right for you today? Good. Pressing up, nice Jen, down dog. Take an inhale and a big exhale. Just let the body work itself open, right? The spine, the legs, the chest, the shoulders. On the inhale, rise up onto your toes. Create that rounding or space in your upper back as you wave forward into plank. Good. And step your feet a little bit wider, driving the heels towards the back wall. Squeeze the belly in. Scoot your left hand in towards the center of your mat. You can lower your left knee if you want to modify, or you can let the heels roll to the left to peel the right arm and chest open. Coming into this staggered side plank. And if you're feeling good here, scoot your right foot back, stack it on the left. Good. And then Think about if there was that imaginary string right at your hip, pulling you up a little bit more, working into the obliques. Nice, Michelle, spilling the chest open, big inhale. Good. Exhale, releasing back to center in your high plank, having those feet a little wider, scooting your right hand into the center of the mat, and slowly rolling open to your Vasisthasana on the left. Yeah. Good. So then, yeah, that's goodly. And then you're trying to ground out that foot. Lift the hips. Nice, Lisa. Pressing and lifting. That looks awesome. Chest spills open. Big inhale. Exhale, back to the mat. Finding your plank and holding. Nice. Take a big breath in. And then let's pull the belly in, lift the hips high, coming right into down dog from our high plank. Pressing all the knuckles, all four corners of the hands into the mat. And feeling the heels drawing towards the mat. Taking one big inhale and one big exhale. On the inhale, lifting your right leg, but drawing thighs towards each other. Flexing the foot, rotating pinky toe towards the mat. Keeping level hips. Continue to melt the chest back. Create that upper body strength. Inhale. Exhale your knee towards the nose. Finding a little plank crunch. Hovering with shoulders over wrists, which you could also do in table. And placing the foot quietly in between the hands. Good. Let's feel as though we're pulling feet towards each other in this runner's lunge. Firing up your legs. And then just walk your hands up your thigh. And interlace your fingers, clasping them. Your hands are back towards the crease of the hip to allow you to lift up and out of the lower body. Good. A lot of balance work, leg work, glute strengthening. Good. And then release your arms up. Inhale. Relaxing the shoulders, pinkies towards each other. Good. And then bring your hands behind and find reverse prayer or reach for the elbows, still drawing your belly in. Good. And then just step in a couple steps, ground out, square forward. Take a big inhale. We're finding pyramid. Exhale, begin to fold forward with those reverse arms, maybe stopping halfway and engaging in the belly. And then releasing your hands down on either side of your foot or on blocks. Inhale to lengthen and broaden the chest. Exhale, fold over your leg. Good. Big hamstring stretch. It's okay to have that front leg bent. Really just trying to find your hips square. Good. Inhale to lengthen. You can tent your fingers. Good. If you want to bring in just a little bit of a twist, keep your left hand inside of your foot and press your right hip back with your right hand so you can lengthen the back. Inhale. And then as you exhale, maybe opening with the right arm. Squeezing those legs together. Squeezing your belly. Big inhale. Exhale that right arm down. Good. And then just create a little bend in that right leg if it's not already. Walk your hands forward a little until your weight shifts into the right foot and your right hip is right over your ankle. And then you're going to lift into a supported warrior three. Again, trying to pull the inner thighs towards each other so you can level off your hips and you're flexing that lifted foot and you're lengthening out and broadening the chest. Getting super strong in your standing leg. Good. Big inhale. As you exhale, step way back on your mat, safely bending that front knee. Ground out the back foot. And then reach your left arm forward and just unwind and open up right into your warrior two. Once you find your warrior two, really feet pulling apart. So if you need to straighten for a second and relieve the hips, it's fine, the inner thighs. And then just find that shape, super strong, pressing your back foot down. Breathing. Big inhale. This headset is so annoying. Big exhale. Take a look at your right knee. It should be in the middle, right? Lining up with your middle toes. Good. And then relax the shoulders. So your hands, your arms are so active. Yeah, like you're really reaching energy from the fingertips. Good. Flip your right palm. Start to reach forward. Use the obliques, right? Pull the belly in and then sweep up and back. Reverse warrior. Keeping that bend in your leg. Good. And pulling the belly in. Relaxing your shoulders. Good. Take a big inhale. Exhale back to warrior two. And then find the front leg straightening without locking. Reaching forward with your right arm. Go as far as you can. Preparing for triangle. If the hand finds the inside of the leg, there's a gentle pressing. I've been saying this a lot lately. To help your hips line up. And stay lifted and reaching, almost pulling out of your left shoulder. Yeah, it looks awesome. Good, you guys. Beautiful. Big inhale. Big exhale. Awesome. One more inhale. As you exhale, squeeze everything coming back up to your warrior two. Good. And then coming back forward to warrior one, maybe stepping out a little, making those adjustments. Your hands are at the heart. Good. Take a big inhale. And then as you exhale, start to hinge the body forward. Maybe you can even press and find liftoff without stepping in. And use the power in your legs to find your warrior three. Remember, thighs pull towards each other so that your core muscles can work to hold the pose along with your balance and control and strength in your legs. And then once you're feeling it, if you want to change your arms, bring them out to the side, pull them or reach forward. Don't reach with your shoulders. Keep melting them back towards the body. Good, you guys. So why not? Because we're here. We're reaching forward. Can you reach your right hand to the floor in front of your foot or a block, and then allow your left hip to roll open and stack on your right, coming into half moon. And it's a challenging way to come into the pose because your hips are closed and then you're manually rotating them open, all the while challenging your strength in your legs and your balance. Good. And then maybe you can open up with your left arm and chest and stack the joints, shoulder over shoulder, hip over hip, squeezing the belly in, maybe lifting the leg a little higher, but watch your right toes and make sure they're forward. They always try to creep in to help our balance. Take one more inhale. Awesome job, you guys. And then let your left hand come back to the floor to let that hip drop. And then the leg will come down to meet the other in your fold, letting your head hang heavy, maybe reaching back behind the calves to deepen that fold. Good. You could also reach for your big toes with the second and middle finger and let the elbows splay out to deepen that fold. Good. Releasing the hands. Inhale, lift up to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms wide all the way up. And then exhale, fold right through center. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, bend your legs. Maybe hop back if you have that in your practice, or step and go through a vinyasa or take a child's pose if you need a little break. Good. Just kind of feeling every motion in your body, right? And what you're doing, what's the purpose of it. Coming into your down dog. Good. Take one big inhale and exhale here. On the inhale, lift the left leg, hugging those thighs towards each other, nice and strong. Good. Exhale, knee in towards the nose, hover. Gently place your foot in between your hands or help it there. And stay on the ball of the back foot, right? So we're not grounding out yet. We're finding this runner's lunge. Use blocks if you need it to create some space. And keep feeling like you're pulling your left foot back and pressing your right foot into the mat, almost trying to pull the feet towards each other, and we'll literally fire up the legs. Good. Awesome, you guys. Take one big inhale, and then we'll walk our hands up our thigh, finding that little clasp, pressing back into the hip crease so you can pull hips more square. Good. Release your arms up. Relax your shoulders, pinkies towards each other. When you pull your pinkies towards each other, you're trying to create space between the shoulder blades in the upper back, releasing some tension there. Good. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, bring your hands behind. Find your reverse arms. Even just reaching for the elbows will give you that chest opener and allow the shoulders to roll. And then we're just stepping in a little bit to find pyramid. Take an inhale, press through your feet, lengthen out your body. Exhale, fold forward. This will work your balance, right? And you stop and engage in the belly, and then reach your hands for the floor. Surrendering into that fold as you stretch your hamstring. Good. Inhale to lengthen the back. Exhale, fold. Awesome, you guys. Good, let's lengthen out once more. Inhale. Keep your right hand where it is, and your left hand will press the hip back. That might be where you're staying, or if you want to open into that bigger twist. Taking a revolve triangle. Good. Nice job, you guys. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Beautiful. Take another breath in. As you exhale, release your hand down, and then we're softly bending that right leg and walking our hands forward to find our supported warrior 3. Let your left hip be lined up right over the ankle. Squeeze the belly and support the back. Get stronger. Let your right hip drop a little bit. Good. Take a big inhale. Nice, Donna. Good. Donna in the corner. I have 2 Donnas. And then when you're ready, you're going to step way back on your mat and ground out that back foot. And your right arm will reach forward to unwind to your warrior 2. Really good leg work. Hip opening. Good. Make sure your front heel lines up with the center of your back foot. And you're working your hip open. Now the feet feel like they're pulling apart. Good. Really engaging in the arms. Squeeze your belly in. Try to get the most that you can out of this pose. And flip your left palm. Start to reach forward. Inhale, sweep up and back. Good. Never really collapsing the weight back, staying lifted and light over your legs. And your chest and rib cage rolling open. Pressing your back foot down. Take a big inhale. Awesome, you guys. Exhale, back to warrior 2. And then softly straighten that leg. Your back hip reaches back or taps back while your left arm reaches forward, squeezing in your center and lengthening out. But we want to get our hips lined up. So if we gently press into the inside of the shin with our hand, it'll help us get into it a little more while reaching and lifting out of the shoulder, squeezing the belly in, pressing your back foot down. I feel like if you lift yourself up a little more, even though you can reach, you'll bring it more into the center. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Bend your front leg. Good. And then bring your hands forward to prayer, rotating back through to warrior 1. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, press forward. And find warrior 3. Holding there. Changing your arms maybe, making it a little more challenging. Good. And all that shaking, right? All that work, strengthening from bottom to top, right? The bones in the feet, the ankles. Good. Maybe now you can reach your arms forward and reach the left arm for the floor. This is the hard part. Manually rotating the right hip open to stack on the left, and then opening the chest and shoulder to stack one on the other. Finding that half moon pose, maybe adding any little layers to it that you like. If you've been practicing for a while, you can make a little space between the floor and your hand and kind of lift up. Good. Breathe. Big inhale. Get stronger. Yeah. As you exhale, we'll bring the hand back towards the floor or the block. Let your right hip square off. And then release your foot to the floor, coming into your fold. And just taking a big inhale and exhale there. Good. Let's place the right hand in front of the right foot. Bend your right leg a little bit. Left leg stays straight. Use a block under your hand if needed. And then you can open up with your left arm. Getting an open twist, super stretch of the IT band on the left. Inhale. Exhale, that left arm down. In front of your left foot, bending your left leg, opening up with the right. Good. Big outer right leg stretch. Should feel really good. Releasing in the low back. Good. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands. Let's roll up slowly, chin to chest. When you're ready. Good, and find your Tadasana. Close your eyes, take a big breath in. Let your body just kind of settle down. And a big breath out. Good. Open the eyes, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive, fold. Inhale, lift up to a flat back. Exhale, fold, plant your hands and step or hop through one more vinyasa. Moving at your own pace. Taking the back bend that feels right, one that doesn't compress in your low back. And you're not sinking in, you're strengthening, lifting hips high. Good. On the inhale, lift your right leg. On the exhale, pull the knee towards the nose, plant your foot in between your hands. Good. And find that runner's lunge once more. Keeping your left hand down, lengthen out the back. Inhale, exhale, open with the right arm. Twisting in your lunge. Trying to kind of gently lift your right hip up and out of that twist. Making it more about the spine and creating flexibility there. Good. Take a big inhale. Exhale, release your right arm down. Good. Start to step your back foot in. Walk your hands forward. Come into one more supported warrior 3. And scoot your left hand over so it's in front of your right foot, about a foot in front. Lengthening out the back and opening up maybe into a revolved half moon with your right arm. So what happens here is you have to hug the thighs towards each other and pull your belly in and lift your right thigh off the knee to control that balance in that big twist. Good. Big inhale. Exhale, release your right hand down. Step way back on your mat. Find that lunge. Take an inhale. Exhale, sweep your right leg back. 3-legged plank. Good. And from here, if you wanted to take one more side plank to the right, maybe you could just open right up into it with your leg lifted. Good. Or make your modifications. Yeah, so press and lift and open. Big inhale. Exhale that right arm to the floor. Lower down slowly to the mat. One more flow. Good. And come into your down dog. So tying together, strengthening our legs with a lot of balance work and core, creating more flexibility in the spine and the hips. On the inhale, lift your left leg. On the exhale, pull your knee towards your nose. Find your hover, place your foot in between your hands. Good. Feel like the feet are pulling towards each other. Keep your right hand down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, open with the left. Watch your right hip. Don't let that right hip turn into your twist. Lift it out a little bit. Yeah, Lee, good. Big inhale. Exhale, left arm down. And then start to step in with the back foot. Work your hands forward. Come into your supported warrior 3 and slowly scoot your right hand over. Right, so maybe you just hold there and get the feeling of the start of the twist and work the balance. Or maybe you go big and open up into that revolved half moon. But just be careful, right, because you have to have your hip over your ankle, right, and watch your knee. So much going on. Inhale, lengthen the back. Exhale into the twist. Squeeze the belly and the thighs. Exhale, release your left arm to the mat. Step way back into that lunge. Good job, you guys. We're going to sweep our left leg back to plank or three-legged plank. Challenge yourself. Scoot the right hand in a little. And can you open right into that side plank? So find what works, right? There's so many different variations to side plank. Right, maybe you're finding your little tree leg or just grounding your foot or working your balance and you're on your knee. Something for everyone to get stronger. Good. Inhale. Exhale, coming back through plank. We're going to just lower down slowly onto our bellies and hang out there. Good. And then scoot your, what are these things called? Your hands under your forehead. So your forehead's resting on your hands like a pillow. And you could just kind of roll your head a little bit side to side. Good. And while you're doing that, then find stillness with your head and just bend your legs and let them fall from right to left like windshield wipers. Good. And then come onto the chin, legs extend long. Bring your arms alongside your body and zip everything up. Legs together like they're one. Good. Preparing for locust. So squeezing the belly in, pressing the pelvis, hip points towards the mat. Take a big inhale, lengthen out and lift up. So can you peel the chest and the shoulders and the feet and the low legs off? Maybe more, maybe less. As long as you're lengthening out and you're breathing, you're strengthening the whole body, right? You just don't want to feel that crunching in the low back. If you do, maybe let up on the legs, but breathe. Don't hold your breath. It's okay, like even if you're getting off the ground a quarter inch, your strength of your body is holding you up. Take one more breath in. Awesome job. Christina, that looks amazing. Exhale, lower down. Rest on your left cheek. It's funny how I always say left cheek and you guys like don't know which one that is. It's like takes a while to figure it out. My son asked me this morning, I'm like, move to your left. He's like, which way is my left? He still doesn't know. And then come onto your chin and we'll take one more, your choice. So you can modify the arms. You could even go bigger and go for bow, but just be careful, right? So you guys have been doing this for a while. If you're reaching back for bow, right, you want your knees to be in line with your hips. So scoot them in because sometimes they flare out and you can really tweak your knees like that. And then let your feet kick into your hands to lift up. So breathe and press the center into the mat and breathe through whatever version you're in. Getting the body so strong. Good. Nice, Abby. Breathe. Don't crunch in the low back. Breathe through. Let the heart open. And then exhale, release. Awesome job, you guys. Coming onto your right cheek now. That awesome little neck stretch, letting your shoulders melt down. Good. And then come onto the chin. Bring your hands alongside your chest, wrists under, elbows. Pull the elbows towards each other. Tuck your toes under. Press up, down dog. Heels drawing towards the mat. Taking a scan really of the body from your first downward dog about 45 minutes ago to now. And keep pressing all four corners of your hands down. Good. And we're going to come into pigeon. So on the inhale, you'll lift your right leg. On the exhale, the knee comes towards the right wrist. And if you're a little more open, right, your foot's going to come up towards the left wrist, or maybe the heel is a little closer to the groin. As you inch your back leg back, it's going to be straight out of the hip. And your foot too. So if your foot is a little turned, yeah, there you go. It's not something you're going to force, but keeping the hips nice and square. If there's a big space there, scoot a block under. Walk your hands back towards your body. Lift and open the heart first. Lengthen out your back. Good. And then folding is optional, how far you want to go, if at all. And just kind of surrender into that big stretch and take a couple big breaths. This is different for everyone, right? How it feels and how your body responds to it. So trying to breathe into that space. We have a class with extra F-bombs in it during Pigeon. So it's good because when you're mad about something or whatever, I always say this, but you store all your negative stuff in your hips. So it's good to have F-bombs when you're releasing your hips. You can let go of some old stuff that makes you mad. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, let your body kind of soften, right? Let go of the struggle against yourself. Most of the times it's against your minds, right? And then let's slowly walk the hands towards the body. Good. The heart is lifted. And then you can come out a number of ways, but I like to tuck the toes and get the leg back up because you can really release all that tension and recirculate the blood. Good. So now bend that lifted leg. Let your knee lift to the sky. Tap the glute with your heel. The left heel keeps drawing towards the mat, and your shoulder and chest are starting to open on the right. Maybe you want to flip your dog. You don't have to. You could just work your hip open, or you could go all the way and flip. If you flip, finding that little rock star version. Good. Or you can walk your feet a little bit closer, hip distance, and even almost prepare to come into a wheel, a big back bend and shoulder opener. Awesome. Trying to come out the way you came in, getting stronger and more open. Good. And then release your leg down. Take one big breath there in your down dog. Nice job, you guys. On the inhale, lift your left leg. You can also come into pigeon from table if you're feeling a little shot now. And then find your pigeon. So left knee comes towards the wrist, left wrist. Good. Remember, you want to square off those hips, even taking a little look over the left shoulder to pull your right hip forward. Good. But don't go right into the fold, right? Start upright to open the heart. Inhale and then exhale into that fold. You can use your blocks to rest on. Always trying to breathe into the space that you're stretching. Making sure that leg that reaches back is straight from the hip and the foot doesn't sickle to one side. Good. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Always have to give yourself enough time to get 3 to 5 breaths here in Pigeon. So one more inhale. One big exhale. Slowly walking your hands back towards the body, not worrying about what's coming next, right? Just being where you are. Take your time. Settle in there for a second. And then tuck your back toes. Squeeze the belly. And remember, you could go through table instead if you'd rather. And get that leg high once more. Let the blood just come back through. Yeah, Abby, that's awesome. Then bend your leg. Lift the knee to the sky. Maybe tapping the glute with the heel. And then little by little, the left chest and shoulders start to open as the side body stretches. So you could just work it right there, or you can flip your dog. Flipping your dog requires the shoulder to open, to get stronger, coming into that back bend shape, pressing and lifting. Yeah, Jen, that's awesome. So the right leg straight and you're pressing and lifting. Otherwise, you're walking your feet hip distance and bent. Bye, Trisha. Take care. Thank you. And then come out the way you came in. Yeah, you guys. Inhale. Exhale, lower your leg. Take one more inhale and exhale in your down dog. Good. And lower your knees. Come into your very first child's pose of the hour. Good. Forehead straight down on the mat, or maybe resting on fists. Take one big breath in and out. Good. If you want to even shift forward into puppy, you can go ahead and do that by bringing the body weight back through, finding your hips right over your knees, and then walking your hands forward and settling down towards the mat. So this is a big shoulder and chest opener. It's your down dog shape. It should feel really nice right now. Good. Slowly coming out, walking your hands back towards your knees and swinging the legs around out in front. Flex the feet. Find your Dandasana, palms next to the hips so you can press down and lift up, pulling the belly in. Shoulders relaxed. It's really hard to sit like this, isn't it? Yeah, so don't lean back and then don't slouch. Lift up, inhale, arms come up. And then exhale, fold forward, lead with your chest. And once you find the stretch, then you can get that little gentle rounding on the top. So if you're really open here, you can scoot a block at the end of your feet and reach so you have a little further reach. Good. Awesome, guys. Slowly roll up when you're ready. Good. And then we're just going to scoot the feet in and find bound angle. Just getting one more fold. So the hips are open. You're pressing down and lifting up. Maybe you have a smaller diamond or a bigger diamond. See what works for your body. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale again, folding, leading with your chest into this little gentle fold. Keep it gentle and simple. When you're ready, you'll roll up slowly and just gently scoot your hands under the thighs to close the knees together. And then scoot your feet a little ways apart, reach your arms forward, and maybe do a little ab work on the way down, pulling your belly in and up, lowering as slow and controlled as you can, all the way down. Good. Yeah, nice. And then pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. Awesome. Gently let your knees fall over to the left, arms out wide. Just find that reclined spinal twist. So you might be able to shift your gaze over the right shoulder. Don't force your neck in any way. You can assist the legs with your left hand. Good. Just try this on. You take a big inhale and exhale. Squeeze the belly. Good. Pull your belly in nice and strong. Bring the knees back through center. Good. Maybe shimmy the hips a little bit to the left. And then the knees will come over to the right. Even it out. Good. Glancing over the other shoulder. So you're like sideways actually. Bring your knees back up. Oh, yeah. But your spine isn't. Yeah. Your arm up here. There you go. I can't adjust you because you're. Take one more inhale here. Big exhale. Just letting everything start to cool down. Drawing your knees back through center. One more hug. Maybe a really gentle, happy baby, just grabbing the back of the thighs. Pressing tail towards the mat. You can also take a little straddle and gently place your hands towards the inner thighs to assist the straddle. Maybe you can reach for your big toes. Or roll a little bit side to side, just moving in a way that feels right for you at this point. Gently releasing your feet to the mat. Preparing for your Shavasana. So you can take it legs at the wall, legs long on your mat, or a reclined butterfly. Feet could even be at the outer edges of the mat with knees knocking towards each other. Just coming into a shape where you can totally relax and be still. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, just let all the tension go, right? We're always holding on somewhere. And just holding on to certain thoughts in our mind makes us tense certain areas of our body. So find wherever those places are and just let them go. If all the thoughts of what you have to do later or what's going on in your life keep flooding your mind, just come back to your breathing. Let your focus be on inhaling and exhaling. Take a big inhale. Fill up the body with a deeper breath. Exhale, sigh it out. Let your whole face relax. And give yourself a break, right? Give yourself some credit. Cut yourself some slack. Start to wiggle fingers and toes. Reach your arms overhead. Taking a big stretch, pointing toes. Just maybe noticing every muscle that you're working when you stretch like that, and then make your way to one side. Just to rest for a minute and rest your head on your arm. Make your way to a comfortable seat. Same as the beginning of class. If you want, you could take half lotus and draw the foot up towards the groin. Maybe full lotus. Close your eyes. Rest your hands on your thighs. Take a big inhale, bringing in a sense of calm. On the exhale, exhaling peace. Drawing the hands to heart center. One more big breath in. And a big breath out. Thank you all so much. Enjoy this day. Namaste. Thank you.